Today is May 1st, 2004. My name is Afiya Taylor. I'm 25 years old. I'm not on any type of drugs or alcohol. I don't do any type of drugs or alcohol. I came here on my own free will. I arranged to do this video so the truth can be known.
Okay. What is your involvement, if any, in this unjust case against Malachi York?
Okay. I testified on his behalf. I testified on the defense behalf because my brother, he was listed as one of the alleged victims and as one of the prosecutors in the case. So I had to testify on Malachi York's behalf, and I have some information. I know some information surrounding that situation.
Okay. So your brother is listed as an alleged victim. How did you live with your brother?
Yes, I did. I've lived with him for about 7 years. I've known him for about 7 years.
And you've known him for 7 years. So is that because of how you only known him for 7 years? Why is that?
Well, we have separate mothers. We have two different mothers, but we have brother and sister. We have the same father, and so we've lived a different life until after a certain time when we got together.
What was it that you were trying to explain to them?
Well, I was trying to explain to them that I was there with my brother, and we had a certain type of relationship where he could tell me anything. He didn't, he told me a lot of things that he didn't tell his mother, or so we had that close relationship. So he came down and he wanted to spend time with his sisters and his friends. A lot of his friends that used to live on the land live in Macon. So when I moved to Macon, when from the different times that we spoke on the phone, and during the summertime he said he wanted to come and visit us. So he was with us for about 3 weeks.
And summer, what summer is this?
Of 2002.
Okay, go ahead.
He came to spend time with us, and we did a lot of family gathering with his friends, and cooked dinner. We went out, had some fun. And in between that time, he's spoken to us, and while we was having fun, you can tell that he was disturbed by something. So we spoke, and I asked him. Me and my sisters were sitting down, and I asked him. I said, what's wrong? You seem kind of, you seem like something's bothering you. So I wanted to ask him because I was concerned. And he said that he really don't want to talk about it. And I said, come on, we're family. You're my brother. I'm concerned about you. And he said, well, it was just the whole situation with with Malachi York case and everything. He said those things are not true. My mother forced me into saying those things. I said, oh really? And he said yes. And he said I'm scared because I don't know what to do, and she forced me into saying these things. It's not true. And he asked me what should he do. I said, well, basically what you should do is you should do what's right. Tell the truth. Because if you don't tell the truth, then you're doing, it's probably eating you inside. That's why it's bothering you so much. So, he said, so what should I do? I said, well, it's on you. He said, well, do you think I should, he said, what should, he said something like, should I write it on a piece of paper, or what should I do? I said, well, it's up to you what you want to do. You should, probably just express yourself. If you feel like you have to write it down, express yourself and do what you need to do.
Okay, so did he end up talking about it, or did he actually write anything or something?
He asked me for a piece of paper and pen, and he written it down and said that he saying that this has never happened and it was all false against Malachi York, and he basically expressed himself and the things that weren't true. So.
Okay, you said this was in 2002. This was right after the arrest.
Yes, after like a few weeks. It was like a few weeks after the arrest. I've gotten in contact with him. We're talking to him because I haven't spoken to him like a couple of months after that happened, and I mean a couple of weeks after that happened, I didn't speak to him, and he called me, and we was talking back to, got back in contact again, and he said that he wanted to come visit, so he came down, he spoke to us and told us the situation and the things that was basically bothering him, and that's how it.
Okay, now let me ask you, does him being listed as an alleged victim, because they claim that he was victimized by Malachi York and things like that, Now, you said 7 years you've been with him?
Yes.
In your 7 years, have you ever seen any signs or that he ever told you that he was molested or anything like that with Malachi?
Not at all. Not at all, because he always had, we spent a lot of time together. We had fun. I mean, I've never seen him distance away from people and wanted to be alone or wanted to, like something was bothering him at that time. I have never seen him acting odd or, then if something like that happened, I believe, I know he would come and tell me. So it's very untrue.
Right.
He as well told me that it's not true.
Okay, so why do you feel, or did he tell you why he made those statements that it was true?
He said that he was forced by his mother to say these things, and me living with his mother, I know that she has a lot of anger within herself. Same thing go towards my father. I don't know what it is, but she's just bitter. And, when she don't get what she wants, she do certain things that's very, she has no type of guilt when she do certain things. She just do it.
And
it's in her personality.
He's speaking about who?
Barbara, Noel.
Okay. And David has other sisters?
Yes, Amala, and Nicole Lopez.
Okay, and you all have different mothers.
We have different mothers, but
same
father. Me and David Noel is the only one out of all of them that had the same father as me. Okay.
So in your time, speaking of Nicole Lopez, right? Speaking of her, she's also a witness for the prosecution as well. And did you ever live with her?
Yes, I did. I've lived with her for a long time.
Okay.
She spoke to me about a lot of things, and her behavior with a lot of things that she's done was was odd and not not normal, because for her to be attracted to younger, I've seen with my own eyes how she was attracted to younger boys, and I found letters of hers that she wrote to certain boys that I've known, and saying the things that she wanted to do to them. If she see them come around, she'd go and run and put tight clothes and go, throw herself on them. These boys was 13, 14 years old, and she was 26. He wanted, because his mother been programming him and telling him what to say and stuff like that. He just don't. It's like you said, he's very afraid. He don't know what to do.
Okay, there's just one thing I want to ask is, like, for you, how does it feel being that you know David, like you know him, being your little brother and things, and for him to come to you and to tell you that this stuff never happened, and for you to sit in the trial and to just watch everything happen, and for Malachi to be sentenced to 135 years, which is beyond life. He's already 58 years old, and they sentenced him for 135 years when you know yourself, based on what you were told straight from David, that none of it ever happened. How does that sit with you?
It bothers me a whole lot, because he's my little brother, and it's not, when it comes to family, you would never expect for your family to make up something like that, So knowing that Malachi York got 135 years of something that he never done to anyone. He's accused with so much from different people, and I know my brother told me personally that these things never happened to him, but yet he still sticking with the story that he was forced to say by his mother, that he was molested, which wasn't true, and we are still here for David. We're his family. My